Why is it that some traditional rulers, because as of yesterday,
Yes.
we understand that traditional rulers from the town of the PDP candidates visited the governor and said if the PDP candidate had consulted them, that they would not have asked him to run. In fact, we understand that there were about 6 of them representing 13 communities. And they said, look, it's a mistake that the PDP candidate is running because the governor has performed beyond expectations.
I challenge those traditional rulers if you say they went there.
Yeah, we should show.
Listen, I said I challenge those traditional rulers to tell you one single project the governor has done in their community. And that is our campaign slogan. Let the governor tell each community what has been done in their place. Okay? You can organize people and buy people and tell them to come and endorse you. We have a lot of endorsements.
So the traditional rulers here were bought?
I don't know the traditional rulers. You see, the people you are seeing now, you are calling them traditional rulers. I don't know them. I'm the commissioner for information, culture, and tourism. Most of these spaces I'm seeing here, I don't know them. And mind you, the traditional rulers owe their certificate of existence on the governor.
You know,
you see, these traditional rulers are from Obiano, for example.
Yeah.
They are from Obiano, local government.
Where your candidate is from?
Yeah, of course. And all these traditional rulers hold meetings with their candidate. Don't worry. What will the test of the pudding is in eating. I can assure you, if on the day of election, the governor secures 25% of the votes cast in that local government, I'll come here and apologize to those who are listening to me now.
Mr. Uzodike, you know, you just said that you don't know them, and yet you said
you
now said they are from Obiano.
I said,
at least you know they are from Obiano.
No, he said he has already said that the traditional rulers from my candidate's place. So I assume they are from Obiano because he's from Obiano. I'm telling you that the faces I saw.
Let me ask you a question. Yes. In 2013, you said you brought in this governor.
No, I didn't bring him.
No,
I was the
campaign
that brought
manager.
him. Yes.
The ex-general of the campaign organization.
Yes.
So you brought in this governor. You said it here.
Of course.
So how is it then that now you're sitting down here to say he's not doing anything?
Because I know I owe it as a duty to tell people he's doing nothing.
So that means you owe the Anambra people an apology.
Oh, of course, I've since done that openly in Anambra State. This is channels in Lagos. This is not where our people belong. They belong in the things that operate within Anambra State. I have since gone there and told them it's a mistake. And I told them that it's a mistake because there is a name which the governor answered. His Igbo name is Mada Abrochukwu. I'm not God. I wouldn't have seen tomorrow. If I have seen tomorrow, I wouldn't have been part of it. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't have been part of it.
So how easy you think that Mr. Baze will go ahead and unseat the incumbent?
You say, how is what?
How easy do you think your candidate is going to go ahead and unseat the incumbent?
It is the easiest project ever. That's why I accepted to be his DG campaign this time around, because it is two things. Just two things on the table. If you are a governor, you are campaigning before the communities, what will you tell them? I have done this for you. I have done this for you. I have done this for you. If you allow me to go back, I will do this. That is his campaign. But if you come to a community and you cannot say one single thing you have done for them, then they will not vote for you. And the people are aware of that. We have 177 communities, okay, that he's going to traverse in the election. He never did it before. We did it for him. He will now on his own go to tell those people what he has. We just finished the tour of the 21 local governments on Saturday. And it is a replica of same. Okay? Even in his own local governments. Outside his village, Eziagol, in Aguleri. Eziagol, Aguleri, not all Aguleris. We have Ifita Aguleri, we have Enugotu and so on.
You've also heard reports of some of the former aspirants in your party that they didn't eventually get the ticket. There are reports that they seem to be supporting the governor to go ahead. I think their statements credited to the former governor of CBN saying, look, nothing is broken, there's nothing to fix. And
our campaign flyers is the state is completely broken, we can fix it. A man comes from somewhere and he says he's not broken because he doesn't live in the place. When in his community, the CBN governor that says that is from Ethiopia, there is no single government presence in the place. No road, no water, nothing. So will he stay in wherever he comes, he gets to Oka and in a microphone says it's not broken? We are saying it is completely broken. If it's not broken, show us the evidence. You see, the campaign now is about what you can see, what you can touch, what you can feel. It doesn't hide.
So in other words, you're telling us to discountenance the statements credited to the special advisor to this current governor on communication, saying that this disagreement happened because the former governor requested some gratification, and when that wasn't going to happen,
for goodness sake,
they now brought in Mr. Obaze to come in and contest.
I said, if you look at the pedigree of P2B, for example, this is a man who governed our state. And even the State Executive Council resolved to give me a land to build a house and live in it. He said he will not touch it. And he never touched it. He doesn't own any single government land anywhere. This is a man who owns no land in any part of this country except on where he lives. He doesn't have a building in his house. He lives in his parents' house in Agolo as a governor until date. Let no person query you about that. He lives in his father's house built by his mother in the village.
So what do you say to those who then argue that, look, why should they support P2B's, whoever your candidate? Because if they said he was his SSG at the time.
And was also the SSG of the present governor.
And he says, well, if you didn't see him good enough to choose him at that time, whatever reasons you're bringing up now, why should they support him? What's the guarantee that the same thing will happen next time out?
I can tell you. Let me tell you the history. Obaze, Oseloko Obaze, who also was my schoolmate. We've been friends for 45 years. He served both the Babangida administration, the Buhari administration, the Shagari administration before he was sent to United Nations on inter-party coalitions. He solved problems for the United Nations all over the world. He was instrumental to our queuing into the MDG, which was P2B's queue. It was his strength in governance. He made us queue into it. Before 2006, until 2008, Anambra State does not get a kobo from the MDG. Okay? It was after P2B came in and sourced Obaze that made him queue in. Along the line, after 2 years, he wooed Obaze to come and join his government, since he is instrumental to this project. And finally, after 2 years of persuasion, Obaze resigned and joined. And you can see how Anambra was totally transformed. In the process, as SSG, we prepared him to take over the government. Because in the seat of power.
To take over now and not then.
I said we prepared him to take over the governance of Anambra State, knowing fully well that a success without successor is a failure. He is the candidate we produced for 2013 election.